All right, question of the day. What is your favorite surprising movie IP board game? Because there's a lot of them out now, especially from Funko and Prospero Hall. Because today we're talking about Golden Ticket. This is a Willy Wonka game. Now, my kids' three favorite movies or concepts of all time are Wizard of Oz, Christmas Carol, which you'll see them in the Christmas Carol video pretty soon, and Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, the Gene Wilder version. It's the only one that there is, in my opinion. Great IP. I love the whole Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory IP. I love the Gene Wilder character. I love that whole movie. It's been one of those movies that I've watched timeless many times over the years. Not all Gene Wilder movies are safe for your kids, obviously. Looking at you, Blazing Saddles. But this is a great concept. Let's take a look at what it does, how it plays. We'll come back up, talk final thoughts right now. Golden Ticket. Will you find it? Well, you better hope so, because that's the only way to win. What is this game? All right, so this is Golden Ticket. Now, everyone's going to pick one of the characters, and boy, these little meeples look great with the screen print on them. Violet, you're turning violet. Violet? Anyway, you're going to have your characters out here on the board, and each character has an ability. Now, you're playing pre-Chocolate Factory, so no one's been sent to the incinerator yet. Poor kid. Anyway, Mike TV, is it him? No, I guess it would be Mike TV gets sent to the incinerator. Whoever, doesn't matter. Rachmaninoff. Anyway, I love this movie. You're going to get one of the characters of these naughty children, or Charlie Bucket, the one virtuous kid who, even though he does steal fizzy lifting juice, does, in fact, have a good heart. He doesn't give the gobstopper to Slugworth, that rascal. He's a spy. He's a corporate spy. Let's be honest. Slugworth's a corporate spy. We know that. Anyway, you're going to get your characters. They all have an allowance. That's how much money they start with. Then you have the hand refill, and you also have an ability. You put your money down here, and it's got a cool little, I've got the same chance as anybody else, haven't I? Now, let me ask you something. Real quick, before I get it, the cool, cutesy thing to do to be cynical of children's things in this internet era. But let's talk Grandpa Joe for a minute. Dude couldn't get out of bed, right? Not at all. Till his grandson got an opportunity to make him a little cash. Then all of a sudden he's spry, Mr. I've got a golden ticket. Well, you know what? I find that strange. Anyway, back to the review. So, you got all these cards with, look at that fizzy lifting drink. It's great. Fudge Mallow, Scrumdiddlyumptious is in here. Now, all of these cards have a couple different things on them. You can use them for their ability, or you can discard a card to move around the board and take the ability on the place that you stop. What you're going to be doing is you're going to be trying to collect money in order to buy Wonka bars, because inside of the Wonka bars are some golden tickets, and these look really nice. And the Wonka bars themselves are these tremendous looking pieces right here. These are the things you're trying to collect. Now, you notice you can't see inside to see if there's a golden ticket. Don't cheat, because that's called cheating. What's going to happen is you're going to be collecting these Wonka bars. You might have 20 or 30 Wonka bars at the end of this. Just two. Now, I'll do it again. Now, inside of here may be a golden ticket. You don't know till the end of the game, because your goal is to collect as many of these as you can. Now, sometimes people can force you to put the ones back that you have, which, again, you won't know that they cost you to lose unless you're really good at tracking exactly which one gets taken. But other things can happen too. Now, this is telling you what you can do on your turn. This is a great reference. You're going to play a card from your hand and place it below your mat, then do what the card says. Or you can discard to move. That's what I said. You can just discard to move. And then, but you can't move diagonally. And then here, you can always refill your hand. If you have fewer than 4 cards, draw until you have 4 in hand. Now, again, we have debated and looked at this. I don't see a hand limit in this, but you can only refill up to your hand if you have that much. If at the end of your turn on a space of Willy Wonka, you gain a Wonka bar, then you roll and put him in the new location. That's what this is. And then you end your turn, the player to the left begins their turn. It's really super simple. It's not hard. You've got these cards which do abilities, which some of them are fantastic. Some of them are, like this one is attacking and defensive. Make someone return 2 Wonka bars, or play this to block somebody else's exploding candy. So the art in here, lickable wallpaper, snozberries taste like snozberries. Scrumdiddlyumptious bar, there it is. Try a Scrumdiddlyumptious bar. Now, again, I have a problem with this cat. Dude gives him the Scrumdiddlyumptious bar, even though, sorry, he buys it. But why would the candy man, I get it, he's trying to make money, sell him a Scrumdiddlyumptious bar? We are under the assumption in the rules of the movie that only golden tickets are in regular Wonka bars, which he does give him a regular Wonka bar at the end, but let's be honest, he could have given him 2 instead of 1. Now, Triple Cream Cup, there's that thing, the Honey Teacup, that I've just always loved that scene. Play the effect on your current space or move to. So every one of these cards is super beneficial, and you're going to be moving around taking. Now, some things will say sweep. You might have cards on them that have symbols. Once you've collected enough symbols, you can sweep some of these cards which means just discard them out from under your player board to collect a certain number of Wonka bars. There are ways to spend money to buy Wonka bars, 14 for 6. Now, there's an A side and a B side to all of these too, which is pretty neat. This one is spend $2 any number of times, then gain that many Wonka bars. So there's a lot of variability in how to play this game, but you'll see a lot of the stuff from the scenes here from the movie. And essentially, you're going to be just going around collecting money to buy Wonka bars as kids do. So really simple game. The game ends when all the Wonka bars are taken. You're then going to look in the side of the Wonka bars, and whoever has golden tickets wins the game. The last time we played, had both of them because that's how I roll. Nobody else is getting in that factory except me. But it really is a simple game. It looks gorgeous. I love how this game looks, but you're going to hear me talk in the final thoughts a little bit more. But this concept to me is a great one to introduce to young gamers who you really want to kind of help them take that next level. I see people post all the time, my 4-year-old loves Scythe. No, they don't. Stop lying. But, sorry. But this one is a great getting kids into, and it's not just for kids, we play this as adults too, but getting kids into more advanced concepts. Again, there is no version of worker placement in the classics. Clue is deductive, Monopoly is roll and move. You know, those games are fantastic for their time, area control with Risk, but there is no worker placement game. So I'm always on the lookout for games that introduce the concepts of movement and placement, things like that, collecting resources, managing your hand, all that stuff. And this one does it really well. So that is Wonka Golden Ticket, the Golden Ticket game. Let's talk final thoughts, which I've done a little bit more of here. All right, so that is Golden Ticket. Now let's talk art and art direction. But before we do that, let's talk about setup. My goodness, stuffing the chocolate into the chocolate things was a pain in the butt. Now granted, you only have to do this once. But I made the mistake of reading, we're playing with this many people, we need this many golden tickets. And so I put some in, stuffed those, and then had to open every single chocolate until I found the ones I stuffed it in to make sure we had the right amount. But that's my mistake. That's not really part of the gameplay. That setup, though, is a pain in the butt. But once you've done it once, all the chocolates are in there and they're ready to go. Now let's talk about what the game looks like. I love how this game looks. The art, this kind of era of art from the Funko Prospero Hall Target IP games that you're seeing. I love that style. It looks really classic. I love the little screen printed Gene Wilder meeple there. I love the characters. They look great. Everybody gets a character. They get a special power. The art direction's pretty simple. These symbols make sense. There's nothing that's really confusing. As far as gameplay, I really like how this game plays. Like, I didn't think I would like this at first, but I like how this game plays. It teaches, worker placement, worker movement, a la The Colonist, in a way that's pretty easy to understand. Well, my character's here. I can use this card to move a couple spaces if I want to, or I can just move and take the benefit of that space. And then hopefully I can open up enough chocolate bar. 2? I don't know how to do that math. Let's say 200. Just 2. That's like my favorite thing to quote anytime somebody says the number 2 to me. 2? I don't know how to do that. Anyway, love that. I love getting the chocolate bars, and I love seeing if you have a golden ticket. My only problem with this game is the winning is very much like the movie, right? I mean, you do all this work, you take the time to collect these chocolate bars, and you might not win. You might not get to go to the factory. You might not get to drink fizzy lifting juice. You stole fizzy lifting juice. Drink juice. I don't know. So you did it, Charlie. You won. You won. Anyway, that movie is so daggone quotable. I will always sing, if you want to view paradise, simply look around. Anyway, I don't really sing like that, nor do I sing like that elsewhere either. But fun concept that really works in this game. I love how this game plays. I don't love how you win because you could do all the work and have the best gameplay and you just don't get a golden ticket, which is kind of like life. This ain't Upward Basketball. But the game is fun. My kids love it. I love how this game plays. My only issue is that you can do all that work and still lose. But again, it's a good life lesson. So that is Golden Ticket. I'm a big fan of this game. Go get it right now. You can probably find it on clearance somewhere. It's really, really fun, really good looking game, and great with kids and adults alike. So that is Golden Ticket. Kind of like Royal Rumble, though. you can play and then still win the Royal Rumble but lose the game, or you can lose the game and still win depending on who you eliminate. So there is a little knackiness to the end game of it, but all in all, fun game to play. So big fan, Golden Ticket. Make sure to check it out. Make sure to check out the Dice Tower Kickstarter right now. It is live. Go do that right now. Support the greatest board game content on the planet. I'm Brian Drake. Make sure to check us out on Twitter, Instagram, etc. at Dice Tower Brian. Until next time, we'll see you.